everyone. Welcome back to the Salty Bible Podcast. It is your hosts, Scott Zorn and me, Blair Soto. We are in Revelation 18 today. You're going to have to bring me up to speed, though, on where we've been. Giggling it up. Because it took me like 25, 30 minutes to start this episode.
No, we got here 50 minutes ago.
Oh, it's been a while, huh?
That was a long catch up just to go to air.
We had a lot of yapping to do.
Oh my goodness. Hilarious.
It was hilarious.
It was a podcast unto itself, but
I know, I should have hit record.
had nothing to do with the Bible.
It's true.
Life. You know?
It's true.
That's hilarious.
All the catch-ups.
What we learned.
We did.
What we learned is that your husband bought you a new coffee.
Yes.
And it really works.
New coffee beans.
Yeah. So that's why it took us this long to hit play.
I am like on a ripping caffeine run right now. Like,
so she's ripping caffeine. I'm on the opposite end of the spectrum
your
today.
blood sugar's dropping.
I'm low on blood sugar.
I'm going to carry this episode.
You are. Teach.
Let me just read it.
Just go.
So something about Babylon.
Just babble. You'd be pretty close to Babylon.
Okay.
So, I went to O'Hare Airport last night.
Oh, that's right. You're also sleep deprived.
After midnight, pick up my kids. And
that's a litmus test for loyalty and love. If someone will pick you up at the airport.
It is.
That means they really love you.
They must.
Especially O'Hare.
Oh, no kidding. But at least it was after midnight because the traffic was...
I mean, so you probably hit no traffic,
nothing.
Right?
There was traffic.
But right where like 294 hits?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's not that bad,
Tri-State was fine. Tri-State was fine.
Okay.
Still more cars than I can ever believe need to be on the road after midnight.
I know.
They're still there.
Doesn't it make you wonder?
It's not a lot, but they're still there.
Like, where are you going?
Got home, took them home, dog, everything, back home. I laid my head on the pillow at 2:15.
Oof.
Yeah, and I told Secretary Alicia, I was like, I'm going to be in late.
I'm going to be coming in a little late today.
Because I need my sleep.
Yeah, sleep's monumental.
On top of that, I have this lilac bush that we've lived in our house for 9 years now, and it produces a little bit here and there, and some years nothing. This year it decided kablammy kawammy. It just boom, exploded. And I mowed the grass Friday, just a few days ago. And if you can just hear it, maybe you'll hear it, maybe I'll mask it today. I'll try to fake it till I make it. But my throat is tight, my head's congested, my eyes have been like, I cried all the way to O'Hare and cried all the way back.
You're just so excited to see
Wasn't
your daughter.
Aww. Wasn't emotional at all.
Such a good dad.
I did have the slow jams going. I don't know why I chose the slow jams. I was in a mood.
Yeah.
So all of that. So my head is just like, ugh. So you got caffeine to the mountaintop, and I'm dragging, behind here. So
you've got allergy issues.
I do.
Partially self-induced because you mowed the grass, but it's got to get done.
Yeah, and my grass looks great.
Ours needs it. What's strange is that I haven't had any allergy symptoms at all.
I hadn't really till this week.
Really?
But that lilac plant just went nuts.
Ours
smells great, but it went nuts.
Ours are having a terrible year. We have a whole line of lilac bushes on the north end of our property, and it's like, they're kind of wimpy this year.
Well, mine decided, we're live.
Do you do a nasal spray?
I was going to do that this morning. I forgot.
Do you remember,
I
don't think our listeners know this, but it was probably like 3 weeks ago, maybe a month ago, I ended up in the ER.
Oh, yeah.
Because I thought I was on a 4-day migraine.
Yeah.
Turns out I had the worst case of sinusitis a human can actually get. And apparently this type of sinusitis I had can only be detected on a CAT scan.
Oh, my God.
Fun fact. So they were like,
terrible.
Yes, ma'am, you have, I was like, certain brain tumor. Like, it's a brain tumor. I've had 4 days of a migraine. This is not normal. I've eaten all the salt. I've taken all the meds. Nothing is helping.
Nothing. Huh.
I tried everything. And they were like, yeah, you need an antibiotic and a steroid.
Goodness.
And they were like, and then I followed up with my primary care. And he was like, I said to him, and I was feeling infinitely better by the time I got to see him. But I said, yeah, I need to get better at taking my nasal sprays. And he goes, oh, I know you do. Because if you were better at it, you wouldn't be in this position. And I was like, you got me, doc. So you should, this is the time of year specifically, you should probably.
I have some in my bathroom. I just didn't take it.
You got to put them out right
Yeah.
next to your toothbrush.
So, yeah.
That's
Brush
just
teeth,
there. Yep.
blast the nose,
Yep.
go on with your day.
Exactly.
I'll go home and do that tonight.
You'll feel better.
I will, because I don't know. I can feel groggy, and we get Revelation 18 to do,
You got Revelation 18 to do.
and it's just an exciting chapter.
Are you lying?
No,
Okay.
I
can't tell because you're so
I'm so
unanimated about it.
I'm like
It's an exciting chapter.
dead to the world.
Like, is it?
It is.
Okay.
It really is.
Okay.
There's a lot here, and of course, I hope people know that I am not covering 100% of everything that could be covered.
Nobody
in
would
these
want
texts.
to listen to that.
No, because I listened to 2 podcasts on my walks this weekend relating to this chapter, just so I was filling my head,
Yeah.
stuff. Boring as all get out, but also not boring to me.
You would enjoy
But
it.
if I were to push play on that and put it over the air right now, you'd be like,
You for sure.
I would be
fall.
out. I'd be out. And the only reason why I stayed awake is I was walking. So
Yeah. I'd be furiously taking notes.
no, you wouldn't.
I think the amount of caffeine I have running
Yeah,
through
your
these
caffeine
veins,
to make you do that.
I would need to do something. Yeah.
So just so people know, and people are like, oh, Scott didn't talk about this, or Scott, I do that all the time when I hear people speak, and I'm like, well, they didn't cover that, but I'm like, that wasn't their focus.
Oh, I wish they would have gone this route. Yeah. Okay.
But that wasn't their focus, and as a public speaker, I understand that people have different focus when they speak, and so.
Okay.
But I am trying to cover, the big picture, as well as give you some details that I think are helpful. There's some insights. I was listening to Michael Heiser on this chapter that I thought were pretty good. I'll try to share that if I can remember from yesterday.
Okay. I have
But
total faith
A
in you.
lot has happened since I walked. I've been to Chicago and back. I've been
You've been on a journey.
sleepy. I've been weepy. I've been all the EPs.
Allergy.
Allergy. Chapter 18.
And then I made you listen to me yap for an hour.
Yap, and I'm sitting there going, holy cow.
What are we even talking about
I
today?
don't even know. Chapter 18. Okay,
All right.
let's get started. Here's what it says. After this, John, see, I'm off. John, I saw another angel coming down from heaven. He had great authority, and the earth was illuminated by his splendor. Isn't that cool? Just that picture.
Yeah.
The earth, like,
Just lit up.
bigger than a meteorite, big light up. With a mighty voice, he shouted, and here comes some things. Fallen, fallen is Babylon the Great. We've seen this already in chapter 14, by the way. She has become, and this Babylon has become a dwelling for demons, a haunt for every impure spirit, a haunt for every unclean bird, a haunt for every unclean and detestable animal. For all the nations have drunk the maddening wine of her adulteries. The kings of the earth committed adultery with her. And the merchants, a new group of people in here, introduced here.
Yeah, I was going to say I haven't seen merchants yet.
Merch. We got some merch going on here.
Some merch in the
merch
booth
of the
after
prostitute.
the show.
Merch of the prostitute out in the hallway.
Oh, that's what I mean. Okay.
In the foyer.
In the vestibule.
Vestibule.
Shout out to Kayla.
Narthex.
Oh, wait, that was narthex.
It's
It wasn't.
narthex.
Why do I keep thinking vestibule?
Well, it can be that too.
Maybe because we use that to tell her, like, vestibule.
Vestibule.
Narthex.
Narthex.
Same thing.
In the foyer.
Yes.
Merch. The merchants of the earth grew rich from her excessive luxury. So if we kind of got this picture that, John's talking about with this beast language, this prostitute language, it is any empire in all of history, and especially they call it Babylon. So it's taking back all the way to Genesis 11 to this empire, this anti-God, anti-Garden of Eden group, philosophy, cosmic order or disorder and chaos of things. That culture
Yeah.
has shown itself in Babylon, but it's shown itself in Assyria, it's shown itself in Greece, and now it's shown itself in Rome, and it will continue to show itself in history. So people are trying to, hit this in, is this Russia? Is this? It is and it isn't. If Russia shows these characteristics, sure, it has that influence.
Sure.
If China has these, if America has these characteristics,
Right.
then yes, the system of the beast is at play.
Right.
But it doesn't predict those things coming. It just says that any empire can act like this. Well, what is it acting like? Well, we know John's specific in his day and age to Rome, the seven hills that we talked about last week, right?
Right.
So fallen is great. So he's shouting out the doom of this system. Like all of history is coming to an end in his vision in Revelation.
Yeah.
And the demons, the Genesis 11 Babylon rebellion, the tower, trying to usurp the authority of God, all of this is coming to an end. John is telling the final story. He's telling us it's over.
Yeah.
The beast loses. The systems attached to the beast are going to lose. And this system is the Babylon system. And so you can get this language. Like where do we find death, the realm of the dead? It's out in the wilderness. What do we find in the wilderness? Demons, impure, unclean birds, detestable animals, and impure spirits out in the wilderness. And we're in the wilderness here because that's in chapter 17. Let me show you the wilderness. And wilderness is a bad place. Doesn't have a lot of life in it, right?
Right.
Bad.
Scary
place.
Very scary place.
So all the descriptions here are of that. And then all the nations that are attached to these systems, this Babylon system. Rome certainly had the attachments. They're drunk too. All the nations are drunk with the maddening wine of her adulteries. They committed adultery with her, so they're participating. And all this, by the way, there's a lot here that comes from the Old Testament. Of course it does. Isaiah 21, Jeremiah 51. There's just
even more callbacks to that.
A ton of callbacks to the Old Testament.
So reading this, the way I'm seeing it is basically like no nation is completely innocent in what has happened here.
Oh no!
Because of Babylon,
right?
It's infiltrated every nation.
Yep.
And
it will continue to.
And it's going to.
Why? This goes back to last week.
Yeah.
Right? Why is that so? Because the eighth king, who is the beast, that was chapter 17, belongs to the seven. What does that mean? A long list of emperors, a long list of, John's day. I will not get that right today. I'm telling you, I'm way off. So in John's day, Rome had, a series of emperors. So the seven that he's talking about in chapter 17 is a perfect number, meaning the complete total number of emperors.
Yeah.
And the eighth is a beast king who belongs to the seven. What it tells me is it's the fuel behind it all.
Mm-hmm.
And that beast doesn't just fuel Rome. It fueled Babylon, but it's going to fuel countries in the future and countries now and countries in our past.
Yeah.
It's a constant beast thing. What John's trying to show us is it's a picture of God's judgment, and it will come, and it will be defeated, and fallen is Babylon the Great.
Yep.
And anybody who's connected to her, the kings of the earth committed adultery with her, it says, they are there. And then he adds this, the merchants grew rich from her excessive luxury. So people are attached to it. Mm-hmm. So when you have excess, when you have people just loving their money more than life itself, and there's one thing to, Paul's like, make a living. Paul, the Apostle Paul, in his letters to the churches, make a living, work hard. There's nothing wrong with making money. That's not the point.
Right.
It's getting rich on excessive luxuries that drive people into adulteries, drive people into idolatry.
Right.
So it's like, what do you do with your money is more important than anything else.
How much you've made, yeah. And that takes me back to what we said, I think, in season 1, is like bowing to the created thing and not the creator.
Exactly.
And so if you were bowing to the creator, you'd take that created thing and do his work with it and try to spread good and try to like give back and things like that. And instead of keeping it for yourself so you can have more stuff, more stuff.
We're called to be generous.
Exactly.
Instead of luxurious necessarily.
Or selfish. I mean, you
selfish
call it selfish.
Right.
I mean, it is what it is.
Right.
When you're hoarding money or you're hoarding belongings or you're hoarding things and you're doing no kingdom work and you're just living for yourself and your earthly belongings and possessions, and literally when you die, it will rot somewhere and be sold off. none of that actually matters. And the Bible's spelling it out pretty clearly.
You know the story of the rich young ruler who bragged about, I keep all the commandments. And Jesus is like,
So,
okay.
do you now?
And I love what Jesus does. He sets them up. Oh, it's a big setup. Big setup. He's like, well, what about these? And he goes from the 5th commandment down to the 10th.
Yeah.
What about these? The ones that deal with one another. You do those good? He goes, yeah, I kept them all. Good for you. Of course, that's really? But okay, good for you.
All right, if you say so, pal.
If you say so, I believe you. But then Jesus doesn't say, how about the first 4 commandments? He doesn't say that.
Yeah.
But he wraps all 4 of those, which is our relationship with God.
Yeah.
Don't take his name in vain. Don't wear his name in vain. No other idols. Nothing else before him. God first, God first, God first, right?
Right.
And he knew what God first meant to this rich young ruler. And so he, instead of asking about these 4 commandments, he goes, how about you sell everything you have to then give to the poor and then follow me? And the guy's like, oh, man, you got me. That's my God.
Yep.
I can't do it.
There it is.
He walks away sad.
Yep.
That is this picture here.
Totally.
It's a picture of kings and merchants growing rich off the excessive luxuries of, well, Rome in John's day, but any system.
Pick your poison now.
Any system. I mean,
yeah.
America is, we talk about being the envy of the world, and I get that because people come here and they're like, oh, it's nice. It's very nice here. I mean, I have to even admit, and I don't admit this very often, but the roads last night were smooth.
Oh, look at him go.
I-55.
Shout out to IDOT.
Yeah. I-55 is Steven Expressway, you know?
Yeah.
Stevenson Expressway. It was like, oh, man, it's almost too smooth. Like late at night, I need a little bump.
Yeah.
I need a pothole.
Need a jolt, wake me up.
Something.
Yeah, that's interesting.
But I have driven in like South America.
Oh, yep.
Years ago. And man, when you come home, you just don't realize like carpet feels amazing.
It's really a culture shock.
And the roads are much wider here. Much wider here. I've been to Puerto Rico, you know, much wider here. So we have excessive luxury here.
Totally.
We do.
Yes.
Now, what you do with it is the whole thing. What you do with it.
Yes.
How you bless others. This, obviously, we're talking about adultery, idolatry, martyring Christians, you know, are part of the language. The drunkening, the maddening wine of our adulteries. Well, wine attached to martyr's blood, right? Demons, impure spirits, unclean animals, detestable animals. We're getting into something that Romans chapter 1 talks about, which is what you just said. You've worshipped the created thing. Reptiles and animals are described there in Romans 1. The things that people exchanged God for these things.
Because they thought they could manipulate the outcome by worshiping this thing.
And a system is there to lure you into the system. And the beast wants to destroy you because he knows that's how to destroy you.
Right.
To keep you out of the book of life. And so we have to be wise to it. Is really, and here we're just going to keep on going because this chapter is going to test our resolve on how well we manage ourselves, culture, the beast system, Babylon, and how that shows up not only in Rome, but in our daily lives. And so here we go.
Oh, boy.
There's some cool stuff in here, by the way, I'll try to point out.
This is verse 4.
Yeah, verse 4.
Okay.
Then I heard
Just follow
another.
along.
Yeah. If you're following on at home. Then I heard another voice from heaven say, come out of her, my people. So he's talking to us now, the Christians. Come out of her. Don't identify with her.
Yeah.
So that you will not share in her sins, so that you will not receive any of her plagues. For her sins are piled up to heaven. Like it's gotten God's attention here. And God has remembered her crimes. Give back to her as she has given. Pay her back double for what she has done. Pour her a double portion for her own cup. Give her as much torment and grief as the glory and luxury she gave herself. In her heart she boasts, I sit enthroned as queen. I am not a widow. I will never mourn. Therefore, in one day, her plagues will overtake her. Death, mourning, and famine. She will be consumed by fire. For mighty is the Lord God who judges her. Oh, wow. Whew.
It's
Now,
pretty clear.
Yeah.
I think, what we're supposed
I don't think
to
it's
do
really
here.
hard to understand this.
This feels pretty obvious.
God's going to judge that system.
Yeah.
He's going to judge the beast. He's going to judge the excessive luxuries. He's going to judge idolatry. He's going to judge adultery. He's going to judge all of that with some plagues and remembering crimes, double portion. And what John says in the beginning is, come out of her, my people.
Yeah.
Don't share. Don't share. Don't share. Now, you can... Christians...
You're a little at war with yourself over there.
There's a filter going on, but I'm going to let the filter go because I'm tired, right?
Okay.
So
let it rip.
let her rip. There is some in the Christian world
Okay.
who will take this passage and say, come out of her, meaning we have to isolate ourselves from the world. That we cannot, come out of her. Don't share. And so that means we got to live in a commune over here, in the dusty bowls of the Dust Bowl of Kansas or something like that.
Well, that's not what Jesus did, though.
No, I know. Context, right?
Sure.
So don't take it as I have to like bubble up over here in Christian bubble world. That's not what he's saying. He's saying don't find yourself so enmeshed with the Babylon system that you believe it too.
Yeah.
Because he's talking about the consequences of Babylon here.
That's how I took it.
Yeah, it's the consequences if you find yourself so associated with it that you're going to receive the plagues yourself.
Now you've immersed yourself in a culture and you've now kind of crossed some lines into now she's got her hooks in you.
Yep.
So you need to get away from her. But I didn't take it as isolation more than I take it more as like self-awareness. Like we're in the wilderness. We can't really avoid her anyway.
Right.
Well, what are you going to do?
We're the woman of Revelation 12 in the wilderness, protected by God himself.
Yeah.
Which is great news. Like, okay, God's in there with you.
Yeah.
I will be with you always to the very end of the age, Jesus says. So we have this image of two women in the wilderness. One is the woman church, and one is the woman Babylon, or riding on the beast of Babylon, and she's fallen. And Christians always walk this tightrope. And Jesus talked about it not being of the world, that means your identity, but being in it for your influence. So you and I have influence on people. We're trying to rescue people from this consequence. Yeah. We're trying to rescue people from the plagues and the sins that have piled all the way to heaven, the crimes that God has remembered. Double back portion, double portion of her own cup of grief and torment. So we're trying to rescue people, but you can't rescue people if you're in a bubble.
Yeah. How do you...
You can't do it.
Yeah, you can't.
You just can't do it.
You can't do it.
So what you have to do is you have to be in it.
Which Jesus modeled for us.
But not of it, exactly.
He showed us exactly what that looks like. Yeah. He didn't go live in a church and bubble himself in and just stay alive until it was time to be sacrificed. No, he was with the lepers and he was with all of them.
He was showing them what the kingdom looks like when it's alive and well.
Yeah. He's like, and I won't need to come out of her because I was never with her.
Right. Not aligned with her.
I never joined her, but I was around it, near it, modeling exactly what to do when you are near it and in it. And I think we find ourselves in those positions now in the modern world all the time. There's temptation everywhere. There's vices everywhere that are, earth dweller kind of stuff. And I'm doing air quotes for the people who cannot see me except
air
for
quotes. Yeah, I like the
earth dweller stuff.
Earth dwellers.
So like
inhabitants of the earth.
It's so easy to fall into that trap. So, but what are realistically? God knows exactly who we are and how we operate. So of course he doesn't expect us to hole away in some commune and only wear white robes and pray all day long. What good does that do? It's not. Because you're going to just like stand at the gates and go, come join us. Right. It's great in here. Like, ew.
Feels culty, right?
Yeah, a little bit.
You don't want that.
That would not send the message we're trying to send. No. And so God has said, like, no, go amongst the people, but do my work.
So you and I use money like anybody else uses money. We have a checking account, we have a savings account, we have a retirement account, we have these accounts.
Venmo.
Yeah, we have all the Venmos, we have all the things.
Yeah.
Cash app, all these things that we use that everybody else uses, but it's how you use it.
Right.
And then how you use your life. You can live in America and be Christian
Yeah.
You can go to O'Hare Airport and be Christian. You can go to...
Without fear of death for it.
I don't know if you go to Wrigley.
You can.
Okay.
I'm proof of it.
Okay. Just came to my mind.
I'm proof of it. Yeah.
I'm joking, but
Yeah.
that's my fun joke.
You
That's
can
as
go
funny as I get today.
Terrible joke.
I know, but works for me.
You know what? I would wager it's even harder to go to Wrigley as a Christian. You want to know why? Because they'd be tempting you on the south side. They've got an air-conditioned concourse and $20 parking right outside the stadium.
Never been to the south side.
Don't go. And when I went, because to be honest, ComEd had like employee appreciation, and I'm not going to not go to a baseball game.
Sure. Oh, absolutely. Go.
We parked. I could have thrown my shoe and hit the cell. I still call it the cell because I'm as old as I am. But Rate Field or whatever it's called now, I could have thrown my shoe.
I called it Comiskey.
Comiskey too.
Okay.
But the cell just sounds funnier because it's disparaging to them. So sorry for all my Southside fans, but I could have thrown my shoe at the cell, and it cost me $20 to park there. Okay, and then I walked in. And the concourse was air conditioned. The food was delicious. And by the way, they were good. And every time they score a run, fireworks. And I just looked at Roz and I go, Wrigley could never.
They couldn't do this.
Wrigley could never.
That's funny.
It would cost me $1,000 to park this close to Wrigley.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
For just a few hours. And I would be double parked and demanded that I left the minute the game was over. And then not only that, they weren't that good when I went the last time. It was an off year after the World Series. We did not win.
They're hot now.
We're on a 2x10 streak.
But it's May.
We're on a 2x10 streak, and it's going to be great. Haven't done that since 1938.
Just saying it's May.
But it's still great. But anyway, the temptation for me, I looked at Ross and I go, I could see how people like this team. It's tempting, but you're not going to get me. And I literally looked at him. I said, not today, Satan. Take me back north. And it was so easy to get to. It's right off the interstate.
Oh, yeah, it's really easy.
Literally exit and you're in the parking lot.
Yeah,
and then you leave the parking lot and you're going down the ramp. What a shame it's the team it is. What a shame.
So what you're saying is you can live in Chicago and be in the kingdom of heaven and not the kingdom of hell.
You can. It's a choice every day, probably with every step.
I don't know if that illustration works, but we'll go with it today.
Yeah, we'll stick with it. Feels cheap, but we're sticking with it.
You can live in this place called America or this world and still be Christian, obviously.
Yes.
You can still use money and be Christian. You can still have, your family, relationships, a job, this and that. All John's saying here is come out of her, meaning do not participate in her sins. Do not participate in her crimes. Do not participate in her adulteries. Don't get seduced is the word. Don't get seduced into what she's doing because she's coming to ruin. And it's coming. And you can see that. And
we saw what she did with the people or the beast she's done with. The harlot and the beast.
That was last chapter.
Yeah, they ended up hating her, and they
turned on her, right?
Because they were done with her.
And so this chapter is showing us the destruction of her.
Yeah,
she's coming to fall
in one day.
It
says.
Was it 1 day or 1 hour? Was it 1 day?
It says one day in my version.
Yeah. In my
version.
I love that.
Like whatever version of the Bible I'm using right now.
I mean, you have a lot of allusions to Isaiah 21, Isaiah chapter 9, Isaiah chapter 47, Jeremiah chapter 50. If you just go back to those chapters, you'll see that John borrows a lot of the language, a lot of the same judgment language from when Babylon itself was being judged in its real day when it had its power over Israel and they were in exile. So, he's just basically saying, okay, just like it happened to Babylon back then, so it will happen now, and so it will happen at the end of all time. Like, God's going to judge the system of Babylon, and don't be a part of it because you don't want to go down with her. You know what I'm saying? Don't go down with the ship.
Yeah,
don't do it.
It's a sinking ship.
It's sinking, and you want to stay away. So
you cannot plug those holes.
Verse 9, as we move forward. Oh, my brain! You can't plug those holes. No, it's Titanic on steroids.
Oof.
When the kings of the earth who committed adultery with her and shared her luxury see the smoke of her burning, They will weep and mourn over her, terrified at her torment. They will stand far off and cry, woe, woe to you, great city, you mighty city of Babylon, in 1 hour. We're now to 1 hour, not 1 day.
Now it's speeding up.
Yeah.
She's
That's
catching all the plagues in 1 day, and then they're like,
that's how literary devices work in the Bible.
Yeah.
They move you.
Yeah.
It's like special effects in a movie. They're moving you 1 day, 1 hour. Your doom has come. So I want to stop and say, okay, the smoke of her burning. There's one place in the Old Testament where we had judgment on cities, where the smoke rose and the people stood far off and watched it. It was Abraham watching Sodom and Gomorrah
right
burn,
yes.
and the smoke of their judgment was burning in front of them, and they could see it from far off and mourned over the fact that judgment had to happen.
Was that the story where they were told not to look back? And then what's
Lot's
her name?
wife, yeah.
I was like, what's her name? Can't remember her name.
Pillar of salt.
Yeah, she just disintegrated.
I think they found her archaeologically last week. No, I'm just kidding.
Good for them.
I have no idea.
Give her a proper burial.
I know they're trying to find those things. I think they found the ark, maybe. I don't know.
I saw that article. I saw that article.
Something's afoot.
It was the same guy who talked about the Shroud of Turin.
Yeah.
Shared it.
Yeah.
I'm a shroudy. I'm telling you. I'm completely bought into it. There's t-shirts they're selling now that say Shroudy.
So is my buddy Paul. He's all into that.
Shout out to Paul. Paul and I, Shroudies.
Speaking of, like, a couple of his buddies that are, friends of mine too, but closer to him, are listening. And they said they were listening.
Hi, friends.
Steve from Texas.
Texas.
Dave, running down in Florida.
Florida and Texas.
So we got like Florida, Texas, South Carolina, Kentucky, Tennessee, Michigan, Illinois.
South Carolina.
I said, where else? We don't know. Tell us.
Yeah. Tell us.
We're going to put a map in here somewhere. We're going to put push pins in the states that
all the places
we get listeners. It's kind of fun.
It is so cool.
It's fun.
It's so cool.
Missouri.
We've got people in Missouri.
Missouri, yeah. We just... It's just hard for us to believe, I guess.
I told you I thought like 20 people would listen.
Yeah. We started this thing. She's like, 20? I'm like
20. I'd be thrilled. We far surpassed that number, which is great news.
We're no Joe Rogan, but...
No. Nor do I know if I need to manage anything like that.
I don't want to. I don't have time.
Too low of a budget production for Joe.
Super low. And I don't have that time, energy, or desire. So
no, sir.
All right, so... The burning, the smoke of her burning. So this is language that takes us back to Sodom and Gomorrah. So obvious judgment language. And of course, the people that are attached to her are like, whoa, they're crying. Great city of Babylon.
Further proof, you just can't tell these people anything. No. They're seeing it all play out and they're still like, oh no.
Oh, look what happens next.
Oh boy.
Here we go.
But wait, there's more.
There's more. Now, in a minute. We're going to talk about cargoes of that phrase. Okay. I want you to do a count.
A count.
When I start that.
Each time it says cargoes of?
Just all the elements that are mentioned.
In the cargoes. Yep. Got it. Okay,
and
I'll count.
Every time we get to it, I'll emphasize it.
Okay.
So then we're talking about the merchants now. So we're spending some time on this outer circle, this outer layer of attachment to the demonic system of Babylon and its destruction, and that God's going to bring it to an end because it doesn't have any place in the new heavens and new earth. So that's what we're aiming at. All this language from chapter 12 on has been like, okay, here's what happened with Jesus. Here's what happened with the devil. Here's what happened with the church. And now we're going to start judging all of that and bringing it to an end by the end of chapter 20. So 12 to 20 is this, okay, if 1 to 11 is about the church and what's going on in the church's world and church's identity and purpose, and the seals and the trumpets. Now it's the bowls. It's the judgment language. And it's like, okay, if I'm going to make a space for new heavens and new earth, chapter 21, 22, we got to get rid of the bad stuff. We got to get rid of the demons. We got to get rid of the supernatural worldview that we've been through before.
Yeah.
We got to get rid of all that rebellion.
Yep.
It's got to go bye-bye.
We need to make some room.
Making some room.
We're getting rid of the clutter.
That's right.
We're decluttering. We call it in the dumpster. It's coming.
Here comes God. So he's taking care of this one by one. And I'm going to show you the chiasm that maybe I've mentioned before.
Oh, yes.
The dragon, the beast, and then Babylon. All introduced in the 12, 13, and 14.
Okay.
15, 16, general judgment, right? Now, starting in 17, 18, 19, 20, reverse order. Now we're seeing the specific judgment of Babylon.
Okay.
Next week, we'll see specific judgment of the beast and the beast out of the sea, out of the earth. And then the week after that, chapter 20, the judgment of the dragon.
Okay.
And so there's your chiasm. Introduce our enemies, and then judge them and destroy them on the other side of the chiasm. So we're on the tippy toes of the chiasm here on the other side of the top of the mountain.
Alrighty.
So count for me the cargoes, okay?
I hope I can use my fingers.
You might need more. You're going to need all your fingers, all your toes, and then a little bit more.
Oh my gosh. All right.
Let's see if you can get there. It'd be funny if you hit the right number. It would crack me up. Because different versions of the Bible, you might not get all the same words, but anyway, let's see what happens.
Okay.
This is a experiment live on the air.
You know I love that.
That's why I'm giving you the assignment.
Why wouldn't I?
Okay, clear my throat. This is verse 11. The merchants of the earth will weep and mourn over her because no one buys their cargoes anymore. Here we go. Cargoes of gold, silver, precious stones, pearls, fine linen, purple. Purple, it's interesting.
Purple? Just
Yeah,
purple?
Just purple.
Okay.
Silk and scarlet. It goes all together. Purple, silk, and scarlet cloth.
We're going to count that as one, yeah?
Do both. See what happens.
Purple.
I don't really
and
know.
scarlet cloth. Got it. Okay.
Every sort of citron wood.
Okay.
And articles of every kind made of ivory,
Okay.
costly wood, bronze, iron, and marble. Cargoes of cinnamon and spice and everything nice. No, that's not in there.
That's where that came from.
Is that where it came from? Yeah, it probably came from right here.
Got it.
Cargoes of cinnamon and spice, of incense, myrrh, and frankincense. You've seen that in Jesus, in the Magi. Of wine and olive oil, of fine flour and wheat, cattle and sheep, horses and carriages, and lastly, human beings sold as slaves.
It's 30.
Okay, so we probably need to condense it, a couple of those into one, like purple silk and scarlet cloth as one.
Okay.
And several of the others are just descriptors of one thing.
Okay.
The real total
Yeah.
is 24.
Some
No,
of
28. Sorry, 28.
Okay.
So does that make sense?
Because if you grouped the linens
That's one
and
instead of three.
cinnamon and spice.
No, I think the linens is it because you go from 1 to 3 or 3 to 1. Now you're down to 28.
From 3 to 1.
Yeah,
We're
so
down
it's
to 28.
purple silk and scarlet cloth. Goes cloth is 1. 28 divided by 7.
4?
4.
I don't do math. Is it 4?
So 4 times 7 is 28.
Okay.
You're a realtor. You have to do math.
Oh, yeah, but I use a calculator.
Okay.
And if it's price and homes or commission sheets, I got you. But don't ask me to do quick math. It's just never
7
gonna
times 4 is 28.
Yeah.
So he just gave us a list of 28 things that are affected, that they're weeping and mourning over because of what they've lost in their mercantile system.
bunch of stuff.
4 sets of 7. John loves numbers. So what he's saying is this is a complete destruction. This is a complete economic collapse.
Okay, break that down for me, because obviously 7 being a complete number, right?
Right. 4 times over.
So we're just hammering it home like is the 4 significant in the 7? Or are we just like making a strong point?
Other than, it could be just the strong point.
Like we're making a strong point.
Let's say that's my number one option. Number 2 option would be, okay, the 4 corners of the earth.
Oh, okay.
The 4 angels holding
it's
back
sweeping.
the 4. It's sweeping. It's comprehensive.
The 4 angels, the 4 corners of the earth. Okay, yeah.
So you have 4 and 7 coming together to form this complete economic collapse. These are all the resources and goods that they were just running up the tab on and making money on. And now that Babylon's fallen, so is all of this. They go on to say, they will say, because they lost these 28 items, and I'm sure there's more. I think John just intentionally says 28 to drive home the 7 times 4.
Makes sense.
So they will say, the fruit you long for is gone from you. All your luxury and splendor have vanished, never to be recovered. The merchants who sold these things and gained their wealth from her will stand far off, terrified at her torment. They will weep and mourn and cry out, woe, woe to you, great city, dressed in fine linen, purple and scarlet, and glittering with gold, precious stones, and pearls. In 1 hour, such great wealth has been brought to ruin.
Like everything you worked your whole life for, gone in an hour.
Yeah.
Because it doesn't freaking matter.
So it's like the whole thing collapses so fast because God's judgment's on the prostitute and on Babylon and on this system that's anti-God.
Yeah.
It's total chaos. And I think number 28 on this list was the sobering one. You had all these materials that were sold and exchanged. And the last one, human beings. Trafficking.
Yeah.
Sold as slaves. If you ever want to know if God's against slaves, yeah, he is.
There's some pretty hard proof right
Now,
there.
is there other passages of Scripture where slaves exist and Paul works within the system as he talks to Philemon? Yep. Bible doesn't necessarily give you just the do's and don'ts. Sometimes the Bible, and a lot of times the Bible just gives you a description of what is. This is what's going on in the world. Not that it's not endorsing. It's not endorsing multiple wives. It's not endorsing slavery. It's saying that's the world we live in. How do we live in that world as God's people?
And
how do
does
we
God
interact
make
with
it good?
And how will God make it good? Well, at the end here, he's taking care of it. He's going to wipe them off the planet. Basically, they don't exist anymore.
We've said 100 times now at this point, like the Bible does not pull a punch.
No.
It says real world stuff. It shows you the good, the bad, the ugly. And honestly, the good is in like short supply in the Bible. The bad and the ugly are far more prevalent.
Yeah.
And it's all a story about what God does with the bad and the ugly.
Yeah.
And so for anyone to be like, oh, well, slavery's in the Bible. Okay.
It is.
So is adultery, and so is so is all these other things.
Stop propping it up and saying this is a great thing.
He's not saying
do it.
Do that.
No.
He's saying this is what it was, and here's what I did to use it for good.
You know, there's David and Bathsheba.
That only he can do. Yeah, that was a horrible story.
It wasn't like go ahead and go and do likewise. No, it wasn't that at all.
Like, well, he was on the roof.
Well, he lost the son that she became pregnant with.
He used his free will.
And then after that, his own son Absalom starts rebelling against him, and his whole kingdom falls apart after that incident.
Yeah.
If you read the full story, you realize,
maybe it's not such a good ending. So that's the thing is like.
And here you're seeing it again.
Right. Yeah. To your point, it's like biblically, he's saying, if one of your possessions is other human lives, you are with her. Yeah. And I'm telling you to come out of her.
Come out of here. Stay away. So what we're having in this last part of chapter 18 is 3 woes. The first one we've already covered, the kings of the earth. So the power brokers who shared in her luxury. Woe, woe to you, great city. See that phrase come up again?
Yep.
Now the merchants who are attached to the system. So kings. So we're almost building a pyramid of structure here. It's the Babylon beast. It's the woman. It's the prostitute. She influences the kings, and now down the ladder, the MLM ladder, you have the merchants.
Yep.
And their judgment and what's their phrase? Woe, woe to you, great city. And it kind of even expands a little bit from the first woe of the kings. So the kings, the merchants, and now the third part of it. So when you have something in triplet in the scriptures, like 3 is a number that says something is so. Third day, Jesus rose from the dead. Yep. Something is so.
Yeah.
If there's a story that gets repeated 3 times, it means God has firmly established this as a thing, whatever the thing is.
You need to be picking that up, what he's putting
down.
So
in chapter 18, you have 3 woes here at the end. The kings are fallen with Babylon.
Yep.
The merchants are fallen with the kings in Babylon. And now the third group. Every sea captain.
Oh.
So it's not just what's happening on land.
I was just going to say, now we're covering
the sea.
Okay.
Every sea captain, it says, and all who travel by ship, and of course, Rome, Mediterranean Sea.
Oh, for sure.
They get this.
Yeah.
But also, sea also in Revelation is symbolically of chaos. So it's all tied together. There's, like I said, polyvalent is the word. Images can have multiple meanings at the same time. Every sea captain and all who travel by ship, the sailors what's his name? Spinach dude.
Popeye?
Popeye.
Chicken.
Not my jam.
Love that chicken from Popeye.
I don't.
I know you don't. You said you don't.
It's okay.
Ross loves it.
I'm a KFC guy, but
You and me both, pal.
all right. Ross is wrong. All right.
Well, you said it.
Next time I see him.
He's going to be upset. He loves Popeyes.
Man, I thought we were on the same page, me and him.
When it comes to the chicken sandwich, though, I will say, just a regular crispy chicken sandwich, if you did a blind taste test, I promise you probably like Popeyes better. But just the fried chicken, KFC is
So much better.
no contest.
Why did we get into that? Sailors, Popeye. Okay.
Yep. You started it.
Well, that's my fault. Every sea captain, all who travel by ship, the sailors, and all who earn their living from the sea will stand far off. So they're all standing far off, right? When they see the smoke of her burning, they will exclaim, was there ever a city like this great city? They will throw dust on their heads, and with weeping and mourning, they'll cry out. Here we go again. Woe, woe to you, great city, where all who had ships on the sea became rich through her wealth. In 1 hour, she has been brought to ruin. Everybody's affected by this. Mm-hmm. Kings, merchants, sailors.
These guys are pitiful.
And then John flips it. Like, if the scene down on earth and in the sea is bad on this evil being destroyed, then he flips it. He says, rejoice over her, you heavens. Rejoice, you people of God. Rejoice, apostles and prophets, Old Testament, New Testament,
Yeah.
For God has judged her with the judgment she imposed on you. She did some bad things to you, but don't you worry. Don't you worry.
Is that the first New Testament reference we've seen in Revelation?
That's a great point.
With
maybe.
apostles?
Outside Jesus, right?
Sure. Yeah, right. Of course. But blatantly calling out an apostle in Revelation, isn't that new? That maybe
Well, no, we have the apostles bowing down, the elder. Well, they're called the elders.
They weren't called apostles.
But elders would be a New Testament concept, but
Yeah.
also an Old Testament concept, but
Because of the divine council.
right.
But never called out as an apostle.
Maybe not. You know what? I'm gonna have to look that up. Stay tuned in next week. We'll
follow up.
We'll follow up on that one.
Follow up on the apostle
I wonder if I can do that.
Just because it's been so obvious that they just keep calling back to Old Testament, Old Testament, Old Testament. And
I'm looking it up right now, actually. I can do it in my thing here.
yeah, we haven't seen any reference to New Testament at all except for that word.
They show up actually in let me think, in chapters 21, 22, somewhere in there, because the pillars of the new temple are going to be based on the apostles and the tribes of Israel.
Some more reference to it.
I'll look that up.
Okay.
I'll look that up. That's
Stay
pretty
tuned on that.
Stay tuned.
Just threw our guy for a loop here.
Well, I love those little nuggets of golden wisdom inside of everything. It's really good. So here comes the finale of chapter 18. Okay.
Everybody's throwing a party in heaven. Everybody's crying down on earth.
Yeah.
Bunch of whiners.
Kings.
Had their chance.
Kings, merchants, and sailors are going, no! And the heavens are going, yay! Right?
Yeah.
This is our recapturing this chapter for you in simple terms. It's like a kid's book.
Yeah. There's like a split page comic,
and
on top
the sailor went, no. And the merchant went, no. And the kings went, no. That's all you need to know about the Bible, man.
And
it's
the
so
apostles
easy.
and the prophets went, woo!
Woohoo! Everything's great.
Our God rocks.
Exactly. Wow.
Oh,
maybe Blair, you should write a children's book on Revelation.
Could you?
Isn't that great?
So many people be like,
and if you became a millionaire on that, I want half the profits.
we've got sea puppies.
I know. Oh, you can make it sea puppies.
I could.
Say, these weren't sea puppies, but if it helps you remember, who knows?
Everybody's a sea lion. These characters.
So just to sum up before we conclude, chapter 18, judgment on Babylon is being completed. Mm-hmm. God's people are called not to join her. Mm-hmm. Here are the people that are affected: kings, merchants, sailors. Mm-hmm. And they all say the same thing. And then heaven rejoices. Then it says the finality. of the doom of Babylon. Here it is. Verse 21, the mighty angel picked up a boulder the size of a large millstone and threw it into the sea and said, with such violence, the great city of Babylon will be thrown down. So it's illustrative. Never to be found again. The music of harpists and musicians, pipers and trumpeters will never be heard in you again. No worker of any trade will ever be found in you again. The sound of a millstone will never be heard in you again. The light of a lamp will never shine in you again. The voice of bridegroom and bride will never be heard in you again. Your merchants, who were the world's most important people, by your magic spell, all the nations were led astray. In her was found the blood of prophets and of the God's holy people. We're back to that again. Mm-hmm. The blood of the martyrs.
Yep.
And all who have been slaughtered on the earth. So it's like, you're getting what you deserve. I was going to look up something here. Let's see here. Never be heard, never be heard, never be heard. 6 times.
Oh, wow.
Is it interesting? It says never be heard 6 times. Why? It's incomplete.
Yep.
Kind of goes back to our 666, right?
Yeah. Because
This
you
altar,
weren't enough to be complete.
You weren't enough to be complete. You were always incomplete. Your culture, your doom is sealed. Your influence is over.
Can't be any clearer here. Like, it's a total destruction.
This is pretty good, right?
Yeah.
I like it when, like, 17 was harder to decipher.
Yeah.
Because of the 7 and the 8, and the 8 belongs to the 7, and blah, blah, blah.
It was a bit like talking around itself.
Yeah.
This is so clear.
Babylon, you're gone.
I think
Completely
if anything,
gone.
if I needed someone to read Revelation to get a good picture of what's going to happen if you're like not doing the right thing, I'd say go read Revelation 18.
Yeah.
It's very easy to understand. And it's very clear that do bad things are going to come to you in the end. And if you do good, you're going to end up watching that from like bird's eye.
Yeah,
Like,
exactly.
And you're going to be good.
I've always said that Revelation 12 on, the Christians are the peanut gallery.
Yeah, totally.
They're just sitting watching.
He's just touching on what they're doing. Like, oh, and don't forget, everyone here in heaven.
Everybody listening, don't be caught with her.
Partying. They're partying.
We're going to party, but don't.
Yep. Rejoice, heaven. It's good. We got it.
Don't attach your wagon to this.
Let the man cook. He's cooking. You just sit
Babylon.
back and watch.
Yeah. Exactly.
That's basically what he's saying.
And it's cool that God does the work.
Yeah, I mean,
He does the
showing
work.
up.
I think that's a great lesson that we all need to learn. And this is hard because we all want to be right. Right? That God is the ultimate judge. Mm-hmm. And we have to trust that. We just have to trust that. And all these chapters that we've been covering, 12, 13, 14, all the way to 18 now.
Yeah.
It's just showing us that God's the one that's going to, I can't rain down hailstones. I can't throw millstones in the sea. I can't destroy merchants and seafarer sailors.
Even if I could, the thought gives me the heebie-jeebies. Like, huh.
But God can.
Yeah.
And God will.
Yeah.
And I think the warning is always there constantly. Come out of her, come out of her. Don't attach yourself to Babylon.
Yeah.
Don't do it. Now,
yeah,
you have to live in the midst of Babylonian thinking all the time.
The influence is still very much here.
The pressures are here.
Yeah.
Every day people wake up with the pressure to bow down to Babylon. Every day. Just like in John's day.
Yeah.
They had, look at how influential Babylon was. Sailors. It is, but back then even.
For sure.
Sailors are like, no. Merchants are like, no. We have 28 materials that were brought to our attention.
Vanished, yeah.
Gone.
Yeah.
And kings, powerful people, political people, sad.
Done.
Woe to the city, right? It's gone. So, here I am sniffing.
I heard that. Yeah, I heard that in the headphones.
I'm just trying to breathe.
It's like, that's a congestion.
It is.
It's building.
Those
nasal sprays
Afrin,
break it right up.
They do. They open it up pretty good. So I think it's crystal clear in this chapter.
Yeah.
Babylon is this leech on society and life.
It just continues.
And it has its tentacles everywhere. Mm-hmm. But when God is going to bring destruction to it, like we're seeing, John's seeing a futuristic judgment, even though it's not predicting exactly, where, when, and, your newspaper is going to tell you where or when this is going to happen. It's not. It's just he's giving us a big picture of God will take care of this system.
Well, because the earth already ended again. And now we are back.
Oh, we're back again, yeah.
And the earth is still back. But here it's ending again.
Tag team, back again. Right?
Literally. It's not... It can't be chronological, and it can't be in your newspaper, and it can't be on your TV, and it can't be on your phone.
We forgot to tally up how many end of the worlds are in Revelation so far.
That'll be our season ender.
We do have look. We're going to go through each chapter individually from here on out, but we're also going to have one extra episode that's going to do a recap.
That's a good idea.
And it has a few new elements to it.
Oh, fun!
Yeah.
Oh, so that's news to me.
Well, everything's news to you.
It's true.
Literally, you walk in here like, what are we doing today?
I said, are we on chapter 17? He goes, no, ma'am, 18. We recorded 17 last week. I'm like, crap, you're right. And I was like, what did we talk about? It's because, again, I don't remember if I hear it in most cases. So I went and reread it, and I was like, oh, right. Got it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Steel trap.
I know.
It's there.
Well, in some cases, like I said.
Right.
If it's told to me, not so much. If I read it, it's trapped in there forever.
So I hope the recap will help everybody put this whole thing together.
Totally. I think it's a really good
see
idea.
the big picture here. And then my real big hope is that you're not scared to read Revelation anymore. Now, here, I have to say this. Because I have to remind myself of this, and my friends remind me of this all the time. They always say, Scott, you have spent 30, 35 years pouring into this. And I still haven't, every time we come to it, I learn 10 new things that I've never seen before.
Totally.
It's been fantastic. There's always an insight that's like, wow, that's cool. But I have to remember, I've poured myself 30, 35 times into this on top of listening to other people and other guys way smarter than me telling me things and their insights that I can share as well. So if somebody's listening to this for the first time,
like me.
So let's say you binge listen our podcast on Revelation. It's going to take you 24 hours.
Totally.
At least. In no sleep. That's not a good thing to do, by the way.
I can't recommend that.
I just lost sleep last night and my brain's not working right. So, but 24 plus hours is one day compared to 35 years.
Yeah.
So don't get too discouraged. If you're like, I can't put Revelation in my head together.
Yeah.
It's okay. This is why we created the podcast.
Totally.
So that, oh man, what was chapter 13 about again? What did he say about 666?
Yeah.
Go back and push play and fast forward to that part,
Or re-listen. I mean, you can always re-listen to one you're stuck on.
Well, see, here's what I do. Like all the authors that I've read, all the things that I've learned over the years, I usually read books 2 or 3 times. Because I have to process all the information that's in their books, and I can't do it on one take.
Sure.
Can't. And then I have to process it in such a way as, can I get up in church on Sunday and present it in such a way that it can be understandable to everybody else?
Like regurgitating in a layman's terms manner.
Yeah. And listen, the things I preach and teach in church are probably 5-year-old ideas, at least.
I believe that. Because you tell me you write your sermons a year in advance.
Yeah. It's at least a year in advance, right? But why is that? Because the messenger has to process the message first.
Totally.
And it has to make sense to me. And a lot of things have never made sense to me over the years. And I've like, put it off. So if you're putting off Revelation, I get it. I'm just trying to provide, and Blair, we're trying to provide a tool for you to go back to as a reference to say, what was that about again? And okay, are you going to read and podcast somebody else and somebody else's book that's going to say something a little different than I do? Yep.
Oh, certainly.
Yep. And good. Research
There's nothing wrong with that.
Absolutely.
I think to your credit, what you're saying is so important for people to understand, because what you're saying about you've studied this for 35 years and you're still learning more.
Yeah. Absolutely.
That I think is an awareness and an ability that a lot of people lack because they're they're too egotistical in the way that they've learned the Bible, that they think I already learned it, I know everything.
Yeah, I've heard that a lot.
I'm not willing to bend or adjust what I thought was true. Your perspective won't matter to me. You're not going to change my mind. I'm going to dig my heels in, which is a mistake.
Big mistake.
I think open-mindedness and a willingness to hear other people's studies and these theologians who have like picked it apart and really just gotten into the nitty-gritty in a way that you really can't unless you dedicate your life to it. Mm-hmm. I think that listening to those other perspectives is so important, because you cannot make an informed decision if you're not informed.
Right.
And you have to also be open. And this isn't anything. This isn't just learning about the Bible. This is having humility enough in your life to say, mm-hmm. maybe I don't know. Mm-hmm. Or maybe I don't have to know everything. Or maybe the way I thought it was isn't what I thought anymore. Maybe I have a deeper understanding. More information has come out. Or this other person saw it in a completely different manner and thinks, like, take back to the wine press.
Yeah.
How many years did you think that it was?
Plenty.
Right. So now the minority
view. There's some clues now that have,
that to me
prompted my thinking.
Make it completely solidified.
Yeah, it really did.
It really does. Like,
really
to me,
does.
that it completely solidifies the theory for me.
Mm-hmm.
But someone else may think, oh, but because of this other thing that maybe we missed. And then they bring the thing that we missed and they go, but because of this, what are your thoughts on that piece? It's like, oh man, I don't know. I got to think about it now.
Right.
So I think that it's such a mistake for people to stay so set in their ways with the way that they learn the Bible, because even my understanding is morphing as a new person to it as I go through it, as I hear other stories, as I hear sermons, as I, watch video, whatever,
Mm-hmm.
I think, to your credit as a pastor who has done this your entire life, adult
mm-hmm.
life,
mm-hmm.
and had a dad who was, probably baking it into you from a young age.
Yeah.
You're still willing to learn.
You have to.
Because I think a lot of people in your position would not be.
Right.
They would say, I know everything. What are you talking about?
Bob Lowry, who taught me Revelation and died too early, he opened up every class this way. Mm-hmm. Your first principle of interpretation of Scripture is humility. That was his first one.
That's so good.
He says, you have to be humble because the Bible will humble you.
You should change that too. You should wake up every morning and your first thing is humility, and no matter what you're about to do.
And the second thing he said to us, he was such a unique gem in my life as a professor.
Yeah.
Second thing he said was, you will never stop learning. So be a lifelong learner. Don't ever stop, because once you stop, you get stagnant. Once you get stagnant, you become legalistic. Mm-hmm. When you become legalistic, there's no room for grace.
So true.
And so boom, he just.
Oh, so good.
I was very, very fortunate, blessed to sit at his feet and allow him to say those things to me when I was a tender 21, 22 years old.
You're still moldable.
I was a baby.
But what's nice is that you stayed moldable because of his words and because of his perspective on learning.
It wasn't just him. Dad said these things to me as well, and many other professors. But Bob said it with a little oomph.
Yeah.
I don't know. He got my attention, maybe because I was really interested in Revelation and I really wanted to hear him, because he wrote books on it. And
sometimes it can't be our parents, though.
No, not always. And my dad loved Bob, and it was there in his dying bed and everything. And it's so funny. I'll tell you this last story before we kick it off, because I'm hungry.
I know we gotta feed this guy.
It's terrible. But Bob on his deathbed, just crazy. He was telling Dr. Boatman, another professor, I'm about to die. I don't know what heaven's going to be like. Because he wrote all these books on and articles on Revelation.
Right.
And Dr. Boatman looked at him and he goes, Bob,
come on.
You wrote the book on heaven. Are you kidding me?
Seriously. You wrote the book.
I love it.
That's so funny.
Love it. It was so funny.
Okay, and that's hilarious. But also, to his credit, he's like, but what if?
But what if?
But
right?
what if?
And
what a testament to his whole approach.
What's it really going to be like? Right.
Because there's all this tellings, writings, whatever.
Right.
But there's also the piece that's like, I don't know.
Yeah.
And I'm going to find out when I get there. And unfortunately for Bob, it was like pretty soon. I'm going to find out.
Yep, and he did.
I wish I could report back, but I cannot.
And we're not allowed to go ask him.
You're just going to have to trust me on this
That's
one, right?
That's right.
And that's God. So
Right.
that's God, not Bob. But Bob too.
But not Blair either.
No, I don't know.
Or anybody with a name that starts with B.
Yeah.
So next week we'll give you an answer on apostles. That's a good one. That's my homework assignment.
Oh, see, and there you have it. That's what I just brought up. I brought up, is apostle the only reference to New Testament? Big question there, right?
I mean, this is something specific other than
Or the first
other
one.
than Jesus in the churches, right? But
Of course, yes. But I think we said early on, like, these pretty much only calls back to the Old Testament.
yeah, characters maybe you're talking about, like
Yes.
specific groups,
Of people.
yes, disciples, apostles. Yeah.
We don't see any New Testament references in that regard, except the apostles are here.
Well, they just pop on the scene here. I'll dig into that a little
You
more.
saints, apostles, and prophets. Okay. Where'd they come from?
Yeah.
Like,
All of a sudden they're there.
just a little nod to it. So I was interested.
We'll find out next week.
Okay.
Tune in next week.
Tune in next week to find out. In the meantime, make sure you subscribe so you don't miss an episode. Make sure that you share with a friend so that the word can get out about us. And don't forget to submit a review. Click that 5th star or add the little plus sign. And we will see you guys next time.
Yes, see you later.